watching Your Carolina, brought to you by Ingles. It's a girls show today. Megan Heidelberg, the gorgeous Dr. Martha Durham in your beautiful red sequins.
I sparkle all month.
Yes.
I wear this stuff to work.
I love it.
I love Christmas.
Are you like, because I am a Christmas fanatic. Like I love it. And it's not even, you know, the present. I mean, I could care less about that. It's just more the feeling and the nostalgia.
Feeling. Yeah, it's the spirit of St. Nicholas, right?
Yes.
I love, love, love it. And every time you put up your decorations, I'm like,
in October?
Yes. Like, I want to do it, but I haven't done that yet.
Yes.
I've gotten close.
Do you know how many people this year have been like, we feel robbed and we feel really guilty judging you a little bit because Thanksgiving was so late.
Yes, I hate that.
You know, so a lot of people that did not put them up on Halloween like I did,
Mm-hmm.
they feel like, you know, they waited long and they're like, oh my gosh, we haven't even got to enjoy the season. Maybe you aren't crazy.
It is Christmas.
I know.
Right, it's in 2 days?
Yes.
That's scary.
Yeah, do you have everything done?
I do.
You're good.
And that's unusual.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, how is it different? Because you have, you know, your baby is at college.
Yes.
So is it different? Does he get time?
Yes, he's home now.
Okay.
He's home, and I love him so much.
Yes.
We do remember that he's noisy and he likes to go out late. And that's, you know, but it's nice
you forgot
to have
about
him
that for a little while.
Yeah,
because
it's really nice to have him home. I have to tell you something funny.
Yes, tell me.
I order my Christmas cards and I pride myself on doing them like by the skin of my teeth, okay?
Right.
I do them at the beginning of December. I get all my pictures off of Facebook and I get them in time and I get them to people.
Right.
Well, this year, they sent me my Christmas card and the back message was from a family that was not mine.
No. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
So mad.
Was it a sweet message? Was it a message that you could have like taken as your own?
No, because it had all their names.
Oh, it had all their names. It would be like, wait, Martha, what?
But listen, that company got them back to me, and I was able to mail them out. And I think they've gotten their cards. Some might get them today and tomorrow.
Hey, it's a lot better than ours. Our cards are sitting on our kitchen table,
That's fine.
waiting to be stamped and delivered.
I could care less about somebody giving me a card.
I know.
It's a competition for me. That's
right.
what I'm doing.
You're like, I got to do it. I love it. I still think you should have sent them out and just not said anything. And people have been like,
well, I almost did that. I might post them on Facebook after this because they're funny.
Okay, we were doing, and I love this. This is why I love it. I love hearing like stories of like other, you know, moms or people that like everything's not always so perfect. And I heard this story over the weekend, and it's this sweet friend of ours. She's also a teacher at the school, very, you know, put together, has, you know, everything. And her daughter is in 2nd grade.
Okay.
And they were doing a sock exchange. And so she'd ordered her socks. She was so excited that she, you know, had the socks in time. You know, brought it in, had them all wrapped up, and you know they were cute, like green socks with different, like, you know, pictures, like Christmas pictures. Like, you know, one was like, you know, candy cane, a stocking, cute. Well, on the bottom, she did not see that there was words on the bottom of the socks.
I knew that was coming.
It said something like, "I put out for Santa." These are second graders. She had no idea. She just saw the front was like, perfect.
It could have been cookies, Megan. I put out the cookies for Santa.
I don't think it said anything about cookies. I think it just said, I put out for Santa. Luckily, the teacher saw them before anything. She was like, oh, these are so cute. Oh, yeah, they go in this and this.
Right.
And they had like the best laugh
hilarious.
about it. Yes, because it's like
hilarious.
the sweetest teacher. Like, that's not who you would expect to be giving that.
Right.
So.
Listen, my 3rd grade granddaughter, no, 2nd grade granddaughter, looked at her aunt's shirt that said, Santa's favorite hoe. I'm sorry, can I say that?
Yeah.
And said,
Granny,
what does that mean?
what
And
does
we
that
all
mean,
said,
Grandma?
we all said, and changed the subject.
Yeah. You're like, you know, like, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. So what do you want for Christmas?
Exactly.
Yes, I love it. Okay, well, we brought Dr. Martha on not just to talk about fun Christmas stuff and do a workout that she's super excited about.
So
in just a
excited,
minute.
y'all.
But we do a segment called Kids Corner.
We do.
And this one is so good because I don't know a lot of people that enjoy losing, but we want to try to teach your kids to be better losers and what to accept.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know me and my Christmas card competition, so you know I'm a little competitive.
You're a little competitive.
Yeah, so we're all going to lose.
Yes.
No matter what. And if somebody says they're winning all the time or seems to win all the time, it's just not accurate.
Right.
Okay? So if you don't know how to do that, you're going to get in trouble. right?
Right.
Makes sense. Like
Well,
sometimes
you don't grow.
You don't
You
grow.
don't, you know what I mean? Like you don't
Yes.
learn about yourself or what you're doing wrong
Yes.
for constantly winning and being rewarded for maybe bad habits.
Right. Remember the saying, adversity introduces a man to himself. I think Marcus Lattimore said that also.
Smart, very smart Gamecock. Yes.
Right. Who really lost big time.
Yeah.
So the reasons we want to understand that are you're not always going to get the best grade. You're not always going to get the job you want. You're going to lose a relationship, right? Things like that are going to happen, and we need to know how to deal with them.
The losing the relationship.
Yes.
As, you know, like we've all remember that first love.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, maybe like a first friend that, you know, you broke up. That hurts. I can still remember that. Nothing hurts as bad as your kids first.
Oh, Lord,
Like
such a great point.
How do you deal with that? Because as a mama, your first thing is like, this girl is dead to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're like, stop. Not every, but it absolutely kills you.
It does. I think you don't actually know pain until that loss.
Yes.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because then you put your own in perspective, and you want to protect your chickens, right? You want to
Right.
make sure they're all okay. I still have a little bit of saltiness toward a few people who were mean to a couple of my kids, and I mean they're grown now, right? And my kids are like, Mom, you got to get over that. We're friends now, and it's hard.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You don't want your kids to be hurt like that.
Yes, that is so funny because that is like a meme. It's like the kid, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, they're cool now, and you still are like looking at them like down, like I remember what you said in third grade, and it's now 35 years
I have
later.
some issues like we all do.
Yes.
I'm still kind of stuck there. But you know, another thing you can do when you're teaching kids, because we were talking about Griffin earlier, right?
He's my middle, super competitive.
Super competitive.
Doesn't want to lose the race to the car. Like
Right.
if he's not the first one in the car, he considers that a loss and is real upset.
So one of the upsides of that is that means he's probably competitive for a reason, and he's probably
Super
going to do
competitive.
something with that. It might be in athletics high level, it might be in something else. So you don't want to squash competition, but you want to teach how to be effective with it.
Right.
And you give opportunities to lose. That can sound kind of weird, but you know, if you're always doing something with your child or grandchild, you don't have to let them win all the time.
Right.
So that's a literal way not to. But another way is don't micromanage and don't socially engineer everything, because if you don't,
Ooh, that's
they
good.
are going to
Socially
lose some things.
engineer.
Yeah, they'll lose friendships. They'll, you know, not do as well on something. And so just allow them to lose and then teach them how to deal with it.
That is really good, because you know how many conversations you overhear your kid, and you're like, oh, why are you saying that? That is so, and like, it's
Yes.
so hard to not
Yes.
jump in, but you're
Yeah.
like, if I jump in and save you right now, you're not going to learn that what
Right.
you said really hurt that person's feet. Now, how
Right.
do you deal
Right.
with it?
The only time, well, my kids are whirling their eyes, but usually I try to only jump in when it's super heinous, okay? Where you have to
of
jump in,
course,
but I think
yes.
it's really good to let them work that stuff out. Very
Yes.
good. When they do lose and they are grieving that loss, tell them the emotions are okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Then tell them to get back up
Right.
and try again. And let's say they're the worst person on a team. We've been the worst person on a team, or
Right.
we're not, you know, in my family, Bruce is a super athlete in one area,
Right.
not necessarily in others.
Yeah.
Then you teach what teamwork is all about. You teach hard work and get better. And what if you move up to the middle person on the team? That's such great success.
Yes.
So you give these lessons that are life lessons.
We do, especially just when it comes to like sports, and I've definitely seen a growth. Like, you know what I mean? Like losing a game, it would be tear, and like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
and
I
like,
do.
and I loved it because I was like, you're dry, you get it.
Right.
But this is, you know, I was like, but you were 9 years old. Like, we cannot, like, this is, you know, he's 11 now. So
Yeah.
we would say, I'd be like, all right, 24-hour rule.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be upset, and
Yeah.
actually I changed it to 12 hours. I was like, I can't deal with
It
you
was too
upset
much.
for 24 hours.
Too much.
You know what I mean? But like, and we never went the full 12 hours, but
Yeah.
it was more of the thing, like, it's okay to be
Yeah,
upset. We're not
I
going to be
love it.
upset for weeks, but we're going to
Yeah.
be, you know what I mean? Like, we got 12
And
hours.
then what else? Because that's great. So you got this amount of time.
Yes.
Let it all out, kid. Then what?
Yes, we would do what we call our real talk.
Yeah.
Like on the field, it's like, do not let them see you cry, because that's
Yes.
another loss. So I'm like,
Yes.
keep it in.
So
leave it-
true.
The second we get in the car, it's kind of like our place to, you know,
Yeah.
real talk, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, you know, be like, oh, we lost because Martha dropped the ball. And I'm like, we would
Yeah.
never tell Martha this, but we
Right.
can say this in the car. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that
absolutely,
kind
because
of.
yeah, you want to move forward the best way you can, and tearing other people down or making excuses or being overly emotional, you're going to go into the next competition and the trolls are going to be able to troll you, the smack
Yep.
talkers. you know, you have to kind of be stoic in that moment and take it.
Absolutely.
But I love the outlet in the car. That's perfect.
Yes.
I used to tell my kids they could only say bad words in the car because once the bad words were out of the bag,
Right.
it was really hard to put them back in.
Right.
So it's like only in the car.
It's a
Can
safe
you say
space.
those words? Exactly.
Yeah, it's our safe space. See, I
Exactly.
love it. Listen, if you want to talk more to Dr. Martha Durham, look her up. All the information on the screen. She's fantastic. She's a great listener. She just keeps it real. So
I
we
try,
love
y'all.
it. We love it.